Last time in our class, we already looked at the states of matter, and we said there are three states: solid, liquid, and gas. Today, we are going to look at the changes of states of matter, how a solid changes to liquid, and liquid changes to gas, then also how gas changes back to liquid, and then liquid back to solid. And we are going to show you the demonstration. With me, see, I have the ice blocks with me here. This is a solid, as we already know. So we want to see how these ice blocks, which I have, will change to liquid. And that we are going to just boil it, apply heat to it in this way. So we'll just take a few moments to see how this our ice block will be turning into liquid. Because you see, we are applying heat, temperature. You can already start seeing that the ice is going to liquid, and this process, we call it melting. Melting, when a solid turns to a liquid. You can see. Yeah. So you see, it's now liquid, complete liquid, but we put solid. So that process is melting. Now, the same liquid that we have, if we continue boiling and adding more temperature, it will now turn to gas. So I want us to continue boiling this same liquid which we got from ice, and we see what happens. So we continue boiling or heating. You can start seeing now our liquid now is boiling. The particles are being broken down further, and you can see that it's boiling. Let me try to cover it and see what happens. You can see this steam. This is gas. Okay? You can see now the liquid that we have is turning up to gas. See the gas. So this process where a liquid turns to gas is called evaporation. As you can see, it's evaporating the gas. So you can see how a liquid has gone to gas. That's the evaporation. To proceed and try to come up from now gas can go back to liquid. Want to see that process also, that a gas that is going up can go back to liquid state. You can see my cover here, the vapor on the cover which I use to cover this boiling beaker. Wow, it's hot. But you can see now the gas there, which actually formed here, is now dropping back to liquid. See? Though not very good, but you can see that it is dropping back. Yeah. The vapor, okay, dropping back to liquid, and that process is called condensation. So when a gas turns back to liquid or changes back to liquid, that is condensation. Yeah, that's the process of condensation. The other process where a solid, now this one I have a candle with me. So when we burn this candle is solid itself, because we already know. So from this solid you can see that which is burning, it's telling us that from this solid we can get a gas. And you see, even when it is burning, you can see the gases going out. So that process also is called in chemistry sublimation. You see? It's just burning slowly, slowly, without leaving any liquid. You see? That process is sublimation. And also the opposite of this, when now it has burned without leaving it still can go back to solid. It solidifies. So in that process still it's called sublimation. So when a solid changes directly without leaving a liquid or passing through liquid state, it's sublimation. And also the gas that has been formed from this goes back to solid, it is still sublimation. So that is the demonstration that I really wanted to see, to show you how solid changes to liquid, process, then liquid changes to gas, then gas condenses back to liquid, and then of course liquid can also change to solid. That is only when we freeze. That process is called freezing. So that one can be done when we have our water and maybe we put them in the fridge. Most of you have fridges. We cannot demonstrate it actually now because the temperatures cannot favor that process back to, but from home you can try to put water like in this, then put it in the fridge like what I did. It will become solid, and that process is called freezing.
So students, at this point we are only going to show this flowchart in relation to the practical that we just had, the demonstration class. And with us here we can see we have the three states of matter, and you can deduct that the three states of matter are interrelational. That is why you can see these arrows there. Some are moving back, some are moving forth, to show that they are interrelational. You can see from solid to liquid, we said you can use the process called melting, as you would see it in that practical. And then you have from liquid to solid, you have freezing here. You can subject a liquid to very low temperatures. That one can be done in very high and advanced laboratories that we can't afford in school, or we can't let it be to students. And then with us we can have from liquid to gas, we have vaporization, or you can call it evaporation. Then we have condensation from gas to liquid, when the gas now turns into a liquid again, as we have seen from that lid. When the lid is put over a hot liquid, now when the vapor gets into the surface of the lid and it's subjected under some very low temperatures other than that one in the beaker, the gas turns back into a liquid, and that is called condensation. Then we've seen it from our candle burning, we've seen sublimation. Sublimation, we've said, because this candle, actually our candle is still burning, our candle is burning, and this solid will get finished in time, and there will be no liquid left. So that means it has skipped the stage of a liquid. That's why we say from a solid directly to a gas, it is called sublimation. At this particular time, learners, I wish to leave you with an assignment. I want you in your exercise books, you come the next session with all these terms defined in your own words. And that's all for today. See you in the next session.